Okay, today we're going to give you an update on IngramSpark and KDP printing. I've done a video on this before, but I thought it would be great to go through this again and also show you an offset printer that we used, which was unbelievable. It was the best quality out of all of these. So just for the paperback, we are looking at IngramSpark and KDP. This one is the IngramSpark one, and I know that because of the label in the back that they put in. And this one is KDP. So right off, you can see, I mean, the color isn't much different. The clarity isn't much different. I'm happy with both. Let's look at the back. The back, I can actually tell a difference. I don't know if you can see that, but this one is a little bit darker than this one. A little bit darker on the left here. Okay, well, let's go inside and take a look. Okay. KDP is on the right, IngramSpark is on the left. Again, nothing major. These are both done with the highest quality ink and paper that you can select on both IngramSpark and KDP. I don't see a huge difference here. Nothing that I would gripe about anyway. Let's turn the page here. This is where I'm starting to see just a slight difference, and I don't know if you can tell that just based up here. Maybe if I go like this, you can see a little bit of the quality difference. Maybe not. Let's go on to the next page. No major differences here. No major differences here, as you can see. Both of the papers, neither of them really have much of a shine to them, but KDP actually does have a little bit of shine. I don't know if you can catch that. If I bring it a little closer, here, a little bit, you can see that shine. That's KDP, but this one is IngramSpark. And with IngramSpark, there's really no shine to that paper at all. Okay, here's looking at KDP on the top and IngramSpark on the bottom. And I do think you can see the difference here. KDP is a little richer in the color. I like that better. That's actually what it looks like more on my screen versus the IngramSpark. Also, if you look though, you can see this candy cane that's coming through the other page. You can see that, I think, a little bit clearer, unfortunately, on KDP. So maybe their paper is slightly, maybe it's slightly thinner. However, I just think there's so much extra ink that KDP puts on that it's bound to go through. Okay, now with this, KDP, again, is on the right, IngramSpark on the left. If you notice, the dog is a little redder in her coloring versus IngramSpark is a little bit more washed out. This is, again, on KDP, this is more accurate as compared to this. When I look at it on my screen, on my computer, how I've edited the photos, it's more accurate with KDP. Nothing really major, but if you are making a children's picture book, you want the best quality, obviously, that you possibly can get, especially if you're paying for it. This, again, it's a little bit more washed out with the IngramSpark. Over here, it's a little bit better. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit for you to see. That's KDP. And this is IngramSpark. Now, in the back of the book, we actually have two recipes, one for a dog Christmas cookies and one for family Christmas cookies. This is the IngramSpark book. This is the KDP book. Do you notice the difference in coloring? Again, this is more washed out with IngramSpark. this is more accurate and bright and colorful with KDP. The contrast is just better with KDP. And personally, I like KDP better. It's easier to use than IngramSpark. It's cheaper to use than IngramSpark, especially when you're printing your author copies. If you are starting out, for sure, I would just go with IngramSpark. Now, we cannot print a KDP hardcover with this many pages. It needs to be at least 76 pages. So we're left with just one option. That's IngramSpark. But I've also found another printer, an author friend of mine. She gave me the information for the printer that she uses. It's just a small printer, and I'll put the information down below, but it's an offset printer, and they did an amazing job. So much better than IngramSpark. So let me show you. This one, again, on the left is IngramSpark. We know that because of the label here. This on the right is from RR Bindery. I will put the information down below. The cover, we can tell not a huge difference. I'm happy with both. However, when we open it up, do you immediately see the difference here? IngramSpark is on the top and R&R Bindery is on the bottom. R&R Bindery is stitched. Look at this. All the way down, all throughout the book, it's stitched. Beautiful. That will last for a lifetime. It is such high quality. And with IngramSpark, you get glue that's glued inside all the way down through. With R&R Bindery, it is not. It is stitched all the way down through. Let's look at the cover. Again, you will immediately notice, so we have IngramSpark on the left, R&R Bindery on the right. Let me pull this up here. Don't know if you can see. Oh, you see that beautiful shine on the paper for R&R Bindery? The pages are just this thick, glossed paper, and the ink is beautiful. You don't have that with IngramSpark. To give you an idea of what this costs in comparison, if I were to print this book with IngramSpark, my hardcover, have it sent to my house, 50 copies, as compared to R&R Bindery, 50 copies sent to my house, it would cost me roughly $10 a book from IngramSpark to do that. It would cost me $7.90 a book to do that with R&R Bindery. They are just amazing. The customer service was amazing, getting back to me. I got a digital proof, but you can order an actual book printed proof if you'd like to. They got right back to my email within a day when we were discussing, because this was the first time I used their services. And I had a problem with IngramSpark. It took them a month to solve my problem. I was just so frustrated. I've always been frustrated with IngramSpark. Unfortunately, if we want to do worldwide distribution or wide distribution, that's who we're stuck with. But when I do my printing of the books to sell at vendor sales or markets or something for my children, I will, from here on out, use R&R Bindery. There's just no comparison with the quality. Let me get a good page here to show you. The pages are so thick, as you can see. These feel like paper. Like if I were to get a splash of water on this from IngramSpark, it would go right through the paper. It would ruin it. If I got a splash of water on this, I think it would wipe right off if I could do it, quick enough, because of that gloss that's on top that protects it. Show you another page here. And I mean the colors, again, colors are so much better with R&R Bindery. Contrast, all of it. And maybe that's because they are using such high quality paper as well that you don't have with IngramSpark. So, a little bit different in the coloring on the back. I don't know what that is or why that happens. That happened with the ones from IngramSpark and KDP in the paperback as well. Not sure, but I'm not that picky with that. That's okay. I just wanted high quality paper, high quality color, and something we could afford, because this is something we do in our family for fun, for enjoyment, for part of our schoolwork even. And I want to show you up close if I can here, if it'll let me. This one on this side, actually I'll switch them, because this one on this side is IngramSpark. Can you see? This one is R&R Bindery. It's sewn in right there, all of those pages. It's only glued in right here. And some of the glue sometimes from IngramSpark gets squeezed up onto the pages. And then when you open the pages, part of the page rips. I've had that happen before. So I just wanted to show you that as well. Let's take a look at some of the information for R&R Bindery online. I just want to, I don't get anything from them. I wanted to pass the information along, because let's support, it's a small business, I believe. Let's support a small business. And okay, I wanted to show you the website for R&R Bindery. This is the place that we had Lacey's book printed, Sophie's Cozy Christmas. So let's just check out a little bit about them. They are based in Illinois. It is a small business, because when I paid, the only options were to pay by check or to pick it up and pay by check or pay by cash. So I had to send them a check once my order was finished. There's some of their services. They can do foil stamping, embossing. It would be so fun to just check out a book that they've done before with all of the foil and the embossing. Or I think this one, it looks like there's a little bit of foil on it and a little bit of embossing. How fun. But when you have a smaller company like this, you get service, which is just top notch. It's so much better than these big box companies, or just big companies in general, because they really are there for you. They want your business, and I just feel more confident with them, and that they're going to do. When I requested a quote, I think it was only a couple of days and they got back to me. At most, it says we will respond within 1 business day. It might have been a business day. I can't remember. I got the best quality paper that they had, and glossy finish cover, contacts. Like I said, small company, wonderful company. And I just think you can't go wrong with them. They have hardcover and perfect binding, digital printing, different finishing services. They are paying attention to detail that IngramSpark and KDP would just let slide. I really feel that like that. I've been very happy with them. We're definitely going to use them again. So just wanted to show you that in case you were curious. It's RRBindery.com.